Hey, Pastor Josh here. We are reading 1 Peter chapter 5, verses 6 and 7. And you humble yourself. If you watched the last video, if you not, go back and watch 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 5. But we talked about humbling ourselves before the Lord, that God opposes the proud but gives grace to the humble. So the question, of course, would come, how exactly do you humble yourself before God? And you humble yourself by casting your cares on the Lord, by casting your anxieties to the Lord in prayer. That's how you humble yourself. That's how you get away from having that fist and saying, I'm going to do it on my own, being opposed to God. You open it up and you request. And then you take all these heavy burdens and you throw them before the Lord. Cast them to the Lord. Throw them down at His feet. That's what we're called to do. An easy thing to do when you think about actually doing it, but it's a very difficult thing to do because our human heart wants to hold on to it, do it all ourselves. So here's what the Lord says through Peter. He says, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time He may exalt you. So recognize the promise there. We humble ourselves under the mighty hand of God. Remember, this entire section is concluding reflections on suffering and the suffering that Christians must go through for doing the right thing or just circumstances coming against them. So when those things are happening, when the fiery trials come upon you, we humble ourselves before the Lord, recognizing that He is in charge of our suffering and our situation, also recognizing that He's going to give the grace that we need. So we humble ourselves underneath the mighty hand of God. And then here's the promise. At the proper time, He may exalt you. The Lord will never, never, ever be in debt to us. Don't worry. We may feel like the suffering we have gone through is just beyond what the Lord will reward, will compensate for, but He will compensate for it. Sometimes those rewards and blessings are actually experienced in this life, but a vast majority of them will be experienced in eternity. And we know at the proper time He will exalt us. That's why we entrust our souls to the great God as we're going through our sufferings. And we claim to that promise that He will exalt us at the appropriate and the right time. So how exactly do we humble ourselves? How do we put ourselves under the mighty hand of God? We do that by casting our anxieties on Him, casting all of our cares on the Lord, because He cares for you. Spending time in prayer, or by walking around with an attitude of prayer, saying, here's what I'm worried about, Lord. Here's what I'm worried about. Human beings can be so quick to curse and cuss, say a bad word, just be all irritated and upset, rather than saying, Lord, this is tough. This is bad. Why are humans so tempted to do that? Be angry, upset, rather than casting our cares on Him. So cast your cares on the Lord. Don't cuss. Don't get mad. Cast your cares on the Lord. Why? Because He cares for you. Suffer well. Suffer well. The fiery trial will come upon all of us. There will be small fires, and there will be big fires. But all the fires, all the fiery trials that come to us, when they come, we cast our anxieties on Him because He cares for us. As we do that, we will find ourselves humbling ourselves before the mighty hand of God, trusting that at the proper time, He will exalt us. Pray that has been a blessing to you. See you all in the next video.